The girl that you can go to the club with and pull and take her back to your house, she's been pulled before.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that, you can pick out a girl. When you chase your own dreams, you can become a squirrel. As many as you want.
Tonight's lecture is going to be
single ready to mingle.
Why pickup artists, how pickup artists teach you how to get the wrong woman. The reason why I'm talking about pickup artists tonight is because, believe it or not, that's why a lot of you guys are here in this space. You want to learn as much as you can about women so you could go into the dating world and convince the woman that you like the most to like you. All right? Hold on, let me get comfortable. So before we get started, let's go first into what is a pickup artist. All right? A pickup artist is a movement of men whose goal is seduction and sexual success with women, which is pretty much what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to seduce her to have sex with her. So you want to learn all the words that sway her in your favor. All right? The community exists through the internet, newsletters, blogs, and marketing, and seminars and one-on-one coaching, reforms, and groups. They are actually right. A lot of you guys, you sign up for courses. You watch a lot of these videos. You do one-on-one sessions because you're trying to crack a code that no man has able to crack. Even the pickup artist that's telling you the game still has not cracked the code with women. It's still going to boil down to one thing: money and status. Looks will come with money and status. Trust me, you will know to get yourself in the gym. You will know what skin products to use. But a pickup artist is strictly there to teach you how to seduce a woman for success in the bedroom. That's your ultimate goal. All right? What pickup artists don't tell you, and that's what we're going to be talking about. They don't tell you that your winning percentage will be low. That means that majority of the women that you're going to approach with this magical game that they're going to give you, it's not going to work. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that, yes, you're going to be able to pull some women with this, but guess what? Your percentage is going to be low. Next, the game only works on gamers and naive women. We're going to go over that. You can only run game to a gamer. We're going to get to that. Next, you're trying to trick the girl that doesn't like you into liking you. That's what you have to understand. That's what the overall goal is with a pickup artist. You're trying to get the girl that doesn't like you. What do I say to a girl that doesn't like me physically to make her like me? That's what you want to learn how to do. Next, you're creating the wrong energy. We're going to break that down. Once you win, you will lose in the long run. All right, I'm going to break down. Once you learn how to actually get a woman and the type of woman that you can get, you will ultimately lose in the long run. Next, it's only a young person's game. Pickup game is only good when you're 19, 20, and 21. Matter of fact, after 21, you can go ahead and kiss pickup game goodbye because it's only going to work on certain ones, all right? You'll start noticing a lot of guys in their 30s that get a lot of women, they cater to like fat chicks. We're going to get into that, all right? Now let's go into why the winning percentage in pickup artists and the percentage in getting a woman is low, all right? First, they don't tell you that it's a numbers game. The more women you see, the more women you approach, the better your opportunities are going to be. That's what a pickup artist doesn't tell you, is that you have to approach women a lot. You have to accept rejection. You will get rejected by women. But what matters is after you get rejected, how quickly you can get over that rejection and go spit the game to another woman to see if it works. See, a pickup artist is going to give you how can I say, what's the words that I'll be using? A all-in-one conclusion of women. They would never tell you the different type of women, because from my experiences as a man, in order for you to actually get women, you have to be a chameleon of women. You have to be able to adjust to any type of woman that comes in your life. But what pickup artists don't tell you is they lose more than they win. They only show their accomplishments. All right? You will have to approach a lot of women. The pickup artist does. And you have to numb yourself to rejection. Next, every girl is not going to like you or talk to you. They're not. Every girl is not going. Most of these girls are going to size you up. As soon as you walk up to her, she's going to look at you from the ground up and make the determination if she's going to give you if she's going to give you the time of the day. Period. Coming at her with a pickup line, she's already expecting it because she's not even interested in you. That's what a lot of you guys have to understand. Most of these girls that you walk up to, especially in a club or a bar, they're not going to even give you the time of the day. They're not. That's why you like to group together with your friends when you're younger. Then you see the group of girls over there on the other side of the club, like, y'all, let's go over there and talk to her. And then out of your crew, you may have one guy that got a connection, that knows how to weasel his way with women. Y'all let him do all the talking so he can get y'all the women. That's how it works. Because every girl is not going to talk to you. You will be rejected more in life. You will. They don't tell you that. You will be rejected more in life. Let's go to the next one. Game only works on naive women and gamers. What do I mean by that? I mean by the girl that's sitting in the house right now with grandma. She's going to be easy to get. The girl that's been sheltered. She's going to be easy to get because she doesn't have any street smarts whatsoever. But 9 times out of 10, that's not the girl that's turning you on. That's not the girl you want. You want the girl that's the sexy girl that turns you on. That's what you want to learn the game for. You're not learning the game to say, hey man, teach me how to get ugly women that are gonna submit to me. That's what you're not asking for when it comes to pickup game. You're asking, man, how do I get that sexy girl that just turns me on? How do I convince her? She has to be dumb, because you got to remember, a pickup artist is only giving you an all-for-one conclusion of women. The girl that lives in the country is going to react to a guy totally different than a woman that lives in the city. City women love being single. Country women, they get past 25 with no man, they feel like they gonna die if they not married. So you got to understand how the two mind frames are going to adjust. You got to adjust to that. The moment you start talking to a hood rat, like a diamond, and a diamond like a hood rat, you would never be lucky with women. And that's what that's what pickup artists do. They give you that all-in-one conclusion that causes you to fail. So if you want to win, you got to come across a woman that don't know nothing about nothing. That's the only way it works. And another one is the woman that's actually playing game too. See, when you learn pickup game, it's easy for you to get. It's easy for you to get them. The girls that play the game though, the one night standers, the girl that you could go to the club with and pull and take her back to your house, she's been pulled before. And guys have done the same thing. Matter of fact, she went to the club hoping to get picked up so she can go home and do all that. Those girls are typically, right? They're always running game on men. But you as the pickup artist, you have approached so many women and have been rejected so many times that you became numb to women. You start to learn what women are going to say, what they're going to do from rejection, not from what you've been taught. Men learn this through rejection. So what a lot of you guys have to learn to do is to be sarcastic with women. When you come across a woman with game, if you could be sarcastic, sarcastic shows you that you're one level up above her. That's the only way game's gonna work, is if you outgame a gamer with sarcasm to lead her to believe that you are smarter than her. But even that would be short-lived. Why? Because if you don't have control over your desires, you're bound to fail. And whenever you are being a pickup artist, you are bound to fail because you're not being who you are inside. You're being a character. You're getting lost. All right, let's go into the next one. You're trying to get a woman that doesn't already like you. And this is your biggest flaw with pickup artists. When a woman likes you, you don't have to question it. You don't go to your friends and family and come online and say, man, this girl, she hung out with me, bro. Me and her been having good conversation. She said she want to go out again. She asked me what I like, what my hobbies are. I think me and her are pretty cool. You don't typically come online to get advice on how to keep a woman that's already into you. You don't come online and ask advice for that girl that you know likes you. You can see the twinkle in her eye. You don't come online for her. You come online for that girl that you be like, man, I know niggas want her. How do I get her? That's what you coming online for, because you know she likes somebody other than you, and you know other guys want her. So you want to learn, how do I say something wild to her, or move like this, or walk up to her like this that makes her doubt that she didn't like me. Doesn't work that way. You cannot trick a woman into liking you based off of what you say. Now, can you go out here and buy and rent out a Lamborghini in front for the night and possibly get a one-night stand? Yeah. But a rich man can act broke as long as he want to. A broke man can't act rich that long. But you could portray the role for a little bit. You could definitely portray the role for a little bit. And that'll trick her. But you're not going to go tell a woman that, oh, I own all these businesses and I'm doing this with my life and I'm doing that with my life. And you're pretty much going to be like Fit was, where he's trying to tell the girl, like, I'm a high value man and you should like me. That's what you guys want to be able to say. You're trying to figure out, how do I tell a woman that I'm something that she should appreciate now, or she going to miss out on me? That's what you're really trying to do with pickup game. You're trying to convince her that you're somebody special. It doesn't work that way with words. If she does not have an attraction with you from the beginning, whether it's with money or your looks, she's going to automatically ignore anything that you got to say. And next thing you know, you're going to be right back to the numbers game. You just get so used to rejection, you just keep going for the same girl, different girls over and over again, using the same game, and you keep going till it eventually works. Without money, you need good looks before she'll even listen. This is why your winning ratio will be low. Understand that. There's no game in the world that's going to have you getting women like this. Because even all those dudes in Hollywood that got them, they paying for it. Everybody's paying for it. No matter what, you will end up paying for it no matter what. There's nothing you can learn to say. Next, you're creating the wrong energy. Whenever you're trying to learn pickup artistry game, you're creating the wrong energy. Why are you creating the wrong energy? Big shout outs to Michael Neal. He says, excellent content, brother. Always keeping it 100. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Why are you creating the wrong energy by trying to learn pickup game? One, your personality is fake and women can read it. Women know alpha males say less, beta males say more. This is why a lot of you beta males focus on grammar. All you grammar specialists, you don't have a woman. Most guys that focus on grammar would never get a woman, because that little detail shows how anal you are, shows how you overanalyze life. So when you take on these ideologies, right? These pickup artist ideologies, The moment you try to approach a woman with these games and think about what they said, she could look at your eyes and tell exactly how fake you are. And tell that the energy is not real. And tell that you're pretending. And she loses respect for you. So understand, just you trying to learn how to be somebody that you're not naturally, it's going to hurt. Everyone's going to know you're lying. Next. You can't live out everything that you're telling her. What do I mean? I mean by it's easy to sit in front of somebody and do a whole bunch of talking like you somebody and gas yourself up. It's harder to continue what you told them. Because nobody sits around someone and says, hey man, I ain't doing shit with my life. I'm just sitting on my ass and I'm still behind because of my last relationship. Girl, fuck me up, man. You ain't got too many guys doing that. And by the time guys get around doing that and they doing nothing with their life, they're depressees. So understand, majority of what you guys are going to do with pickup game, you're going to get around a woman and you're going to pretend to be a liar. Once you start lying, you would not be able to live out everything that you're trying to portray. And the energy is only going to set you back. Next, you'll find yourself talking to every single girl the same way. And you will also hate them all at the same time. What do I mean by that? What I mean by pickup artists, dating coaches, they all teach you one way. One way. Text her like this and watch what she say. That's only going to work on one type of girl. Say this and watch what she say. That's only going to work on one type of girl. All the little details that people tell you to do with women, how to walk, talk, and move, it's all for one type of girl. So what you do, your all for one mindset tries to use that game over and over again off of every girl that you approach and that you try to get with, and then you get frustrated because it ain't working. Once you get frustrated that the game that you learned doesn't work, now you find a reason to hate women because you didn't learn the different variations of women. You just learned one way. And when that one way didn't work, you start to feel, oh, it's just me. Women just don't like me. That's what it is. Women, I don't have a chance with women. There's nothing I could do or say to make women want me. You eventually get to that level of your life where you feel like there's no hope there. That's why I tell you, you're creating the wrong energy by coming here in this space thinking you're going to figure women out just watching these videos. You're not. You actually have to go out and live a life so you get to understand who you are, because you want to learn game just for women that are turning you on. You're not fully prepared to actually be in a relationship, are you? You're not prepared to go on dates, are you? You know, dates can get costly, building up a relationship, going on vacation, doing all these things that women want to do that they can do on their own. Can you keep up with them? Think about the energy that you're putting off. Think about what you're going to be mad at if a girl don't like you, but stop and look at yourself. What do I have to offer that she would want that women normally like in guys? That's how you got to look at it. Because guess what? No matter what she likes in you, you like her because you're horny. Even if she likes your shoes, you'll take that. Damn, she like my shoes. She willing to hang out with me because my shoes are nice. Some guys believe if they go buy a Rolex, a Gucci belt, nice shoes, all of a sudden women are going to look at them like, damn, I need to be with this fly ass dude. It's sad watching out of shape dudes wearing $1,000 worth of clothes thinking that it's going to work. That's sad. When I see guys doing that out in LA and see guys doing that in Miami, I just like, look at these dudes. They think all this material shit is just going to make her want you. No. It's going to give you the attention, but it ain't going to give you the love that you want. Next, if it works, you will lose in the long run. What do I mean by you will lose in the long run? The game that you're learning is only going to work on a girl that you don't want. That's it. Why is it going to work on a girl that you don't want? Because she's already into you. You're going to think you're running game. It's going to feel good to actually watch it work, but she's going to already have a natural attraction for you. That's when the ratio is low, because now it's like you learned the game to get the pretty women, but the game only worked on the fat chick. You ever met the little guy, that little abnormal guy, weirdo, that dates nothing but fat women, but he learned his niche, right? That's how it is when you get older. If you want to be a pickup artist, you can only pick up what's left behind. You're picking up the pieces. That's what pickup artists are teaching you, how to pick up the pieces. Next, after you get the girl you want, you'll get rejected. After you get the girl that you don't want, she'll give you confidence to go to the woman that you do want, and you will get rejected. A lot of you guys have been in that slump before, where you've been through your drought, you haven't had sex, you ain't got no money in your pocket, confidence is low, come across a biscuit head girl, easy, you sleep with her, all of a sudden you start giving yourself some confidence, like, oh, all right, I got me some pussy, I'm good. Let me try to go for this chick over here now. You know what I mean? I'm pulling all these whack bitches. Let me try to go for a dime now. Now girls liking me. Let me go for a dime. And you get rejected. Why you get rejected? Because you have a all-for-one conclusion of women. Before you approach the girl that you like, she could see how desperate you are. But the little ugly girl that threw herself at you, she seen how desperate you are too. And she said, you know what? Maybe this guy like me. But you said, no, I didn't learn my game to get the ugly chicks. I learned my game to get the sexy ones. So you lose, because you're going to still end up with a girl that you don't want, or no girl at all. Understand that. Last on this one. You would be forced to start over. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that when you start learning the knowledge, you don't apply it. The moment you start to apply it, it doesn't work. So you come back and you try to learn more, like, all right, that strategy didn't work. Let me watch 8 more videos this time. Let me watch 8 videos. I watched a video on how to cold approach. Let me watch a video on what to say now. Let me watch a video on how to dress. Let me watch a video on what kind of things women like. Let me watch a video on this. You keep watching different videos trying to have a one and all conclusion. One game that's going to work on every single woman available, and it's not going to work at all. It's all part of a facade that when you get about 30, you start realizing that love is not physical anymore. It's all a psychological thing. You and her just have to know what it is. You never say you love each other. It's just a strategize. So by the time you go through the motions of learning pickup lines and going over the year after year trying to see if it works, when it's all said and done, you're going to have to start over and learn women all over again and unlearn whatever you've been taught by women. If you grew up in the country, your reality of women is going to be different. It's going to be completely different than someone that grew up in a city. You grew up in the Middle East, things are different here in America. Are you guys getting my gist as to why you have to have experiences in life in order for you to be a well-rounded person with women? With women. You have to understand that part, all right? Because at the end of the day, you psych yourself into fake confidence, you will be starting over when reality hits. All right, let's go into the next one. It's only a young person's game. All right, pickup artists and all that is a young person's game. And the reason why I say that is because young people are naive. So it's easy for you to learn pickup game when you're 14, 15, 16, 17, during the teens. That's where it's actually going to work. As women get older, they start dating older men faster. They start learning things faster. It's hard to run game on women now. Like, how many of you guys running game on a woman? Ain't nobody running game on a woman. None. They done heard it all already. So it's a young person's game because most guys that still running game as an adult are only going to be getting fat chicks and ugly chicks that are desperate and baby mamas. Period. Now, I don't have a problem with guys dating single mothers, which is where a lot of you guys that have game you're going to end up with. My only thing with single mothers is I always tell dude, don't try to be a stepdad. If you don't try to be a stepdad and stepdad of the year, you may have a good friendship. The moment you try to step in to be a stepdad, things are going to go wow. And another tip on single moms that I want you guys to get, because someone did email me about this, and he says that he's talking to a woman, and hold on. Let me see here. Let me check my email real quick. All right, he's talking to a woman who's a single mother, and he wants to know if she's a good woman or not. What advice do I have for him? Here's my advice for single moms. It's if you've ever dated a single mom or you're all right, this is how you gotta look at it. If you look at the kids, if the kids are quiet and humble and you get along with them, chances are the woman is wild and crazy. She's wild, she's loud, she's obnoxious, very moody, but the kids are really, really good. If you meet a woman, she's naive, she's humble, she's submissive, but she has kids, chances are her kids are bad, wild, running around loose. The crazier the kids, the nicer the single mom's gonna be. The more humble the kids, the crazier the single mom's gonna be. Always look at it. It's going to always be one of the two. I'm telling you that right now. That's why you got to date single moms from a distance. The moment you start to get close, you're going to start getting all the shit. Because if she's submissive to you, her kids are bad. They're going to smoke cigarettes early. They're going to be getting in trouble. They're going to talk back to her. But if the kids are good and you're like, oh man, this is a good child, you're going to have a problem with the mom. The mom is going to always be loud and obnoxious. That's my advice for single mothers. But when it comes to this pickup game, you guys have to understand, men win by knowing who they are as a man and allowing a woman to choose him based off of what he's done to increase his status. A man should always be working on his status. A woman is not going to like you for you if you do not have any status. A woman doesn't wake up and say, I want to date a guy who doesn't know where he's going in life so both of us could just end up confused. No, a dysfunctional woman thinks like that. That's why you'll always end up with the wrong woman when you do not have a life, because you're desperate enough to date anybody who's going to tickle your balls and keep you from feeling lonely. Get on your grind. We are living in an entire different time now. If you guys ain't stopped and look at what's actually happening out here in the world, you better wake up. Everything that you thought was bad is good. Everything that's good is bad now. We're not going back into a new world. Look at everything that's happening in politics. This has been the biggest joke of politics this year. People don't know what's going on. They don't know if we should wear it, we should take it. What should we do? We're in a state of confusion. And you want to know the sad part about it? The conditions that we're in is worldwide. It's on the entire planet. So you know something big is happening. In the next 2 years, my videos about women are not going to be relevant anymore. We would be in a whole new way of life, a whole new way of thinking. What do I think we're headed towards? What do I think dating is actually going to be like in the future? I think that men and women would date each other just to have companionship. But I think we're going into a world where people are going to cater more towards cyber sex. Men have mastered pleasing themselves. Women have mastered pleasing themselves. Everyone's afraid of being hurt. At the same time, everyone thinks they know what's best for the next person. We live in a world of know-it-alls. I can honestly tell you that I wouldn't recommend marriage to anybody. And you got to realize, big shout outs to Jose. You guys got to realize, like, I date women. You know what I'm saying? I deal with women all the time. You probably go to my second channel, you can see some of the girls I deal with. But they know at the end of the day, the quickest way for me not to call them ever again is to try to get me to marry. Try to get me to move in with you. Try to claim me as some type of husband. That's like my biggest turnoff, due to the simple fact that I adjust to what's happening in life. And that's what we're teaching here in Sigma Nation. You must adjust to what's happening in life, not what you want life to turn out to be. So when it comes to this pickup artist game, there's nothing that you're going to tell a woman to make her like you. If you want a woman to like you, get out the house. Start to do things on your own. If you feel like you can't go nowhere without calling your best friend, something's wrong. It's an individual game now. That's why a lot of you guys claiming Sigma, I feel like a lot of you are lonely. That's it. You have to realize living in solitude lifestyle is different, bro. It is totally different. It's like with me, I've been in solitude for 22 years. If I live with a woman now, I would lose my mind. Just off the living conditions, I wouldn't even know how to act. I live in this house by myself, me and 2 dogs, and I got 5 bedrooms and 2 baths. It's just me. But I know I couldn't get married and have a family here. I'll lose my mind. I'm not conditioned for it. So I want a lot of you guys to understand that. You could be single. You can want a relationship. But in order to get whatever you want out of life and be happy, you have to know who you are. And that's where it starts. All right, let's go ahead and see let's go back to the chat room.